Welcome to African Folktales by Angela. My name is Angela, and
The cries of a desperate woman shattered the quiet night. Aduke knelt before the shrine of the gods. Her wrapper was soaked in sweat, and her voice was cracked from endless prayers. "Give me a child, please," she sobbed, pounding her fist against the ground. "I will do anything, anything at all. Give me a child." For 10 years, she has endured the shame of barrenness. She had watched other women carry their babies while she remained empty. The whispers of the village echoed in her ears. A woman without a child is not a woman. Her husband, Adewale, had grown a little bit distant. His family wanted him to take another wife. Aduke could not let that happen. Not after all she has done to be where she is now. The priest of the shrine, an ancient man with silver eyes, watched her for a long moment before speaking. "You seek a child," he said, his voice like rusting leaves. "You will accept one thing. Anything, anything at all," Aduke said desperately. "Come and visit me in my chambers around 12 o'clock tomorrow." Aduke sneaked out of her husband's house at exact 12 o'clock at night, making her way towards the priest's chambers. She walked through the dead of the night. As she arrived at the shrine, the priest, Mr. Kola, took her into his chambers and slept with her. The night Aduke's world collapsed, rain poured down in angry sheets, soaking her trembling body. She stood outside her parents' house, pounding on the wooden door. "Papa, please, please open the door," she screamed, her voice breaking. But her father's voice called from inside, cold and final. "You are no longer my daughter." The words sliced through her like a blade. She fell to her knees, clutching her stomach where pain still throbbed from the abortion she had done earlier. The abortion she had barely survived. Blood had stained the sheets that morning. Her body felt weak and hollow. She had nowhere to go. Blood dripping out drastically beneath her legs. Like a miracle, Tope found her. Tope pulled her up from the mud and wrapped a blanket around her shoulders and took her home. For weeks, Tope nursed Aduke back to health. She made Aduke warm soup, sat by her side through the fevers, and wiped away her tears. "You will be fine, Aduke," she had whispered one night, stroking her friend's hair. "I'm here for you." And Tope kept to her word. She never once judged Aduke for what had happened. She never made her feel less than whole. Instead, she offered her home, her love, and her unwavering friendship. But Aduke was never truly grateful. Tope had everything Aduke did not. She was beautiful, her skin glowed. Her laughter was soft and melodic, and men adored her. She never lacked money. Different men showered her with luxurious gifts. They took her to expensive restaurants, bought her jewelries, perfumes, silk dresses, even the market women with gossip. Tope is every man's dream. And Aduke, she was the girl that men barely noticed, the one with fading beauty, worn clothes and empty hands. At night, Tope returned home with shopping bags filled with expensive gifts. Aduke will smile and heart happy, but deep inside, jealousy burned like fire in her chest. She watched as Tope laughed on the phone with wealthy suitors, her voice dripping with charm. She watched as Tope dressed in fine lace gowns, preparing for another night out at exclusive clubs. Watched as Tope sat on her tiny bed, crying when another man broke her heart. Each time, Aduke will pat her back, that fake word of comfort. "Don't worry, my friend. The right man will come." But deep inside, she was glad. She hated how men adored Tope. She hated how, despite all her beauty and wealth, Tope would always come home crying in her arms. "She thinks she's better than me," Aduke thought, "but she's just as unlucky in love as I am." Why? Aduke was the one ruining the mind of these men. anyone she noticed came close to Tope, she will sneak at Tope back, telling these men she's married though, she is a single mother, she had a child. She will say to the men, making them dump Tope. Then came Adewale. She met him at the club. After another painful heartbreak, she was drowning her sorrow in alcohol, unaware of the shifting eyes of men that mothers do warn their daughters about. Before any harm could come to her, Ade stepped in. He took her home, made sure she was saved, and left his number on her table. Days turned into weeks, and soon Ade and Tope became inseparable. For the first time in a long while, Tope glowed in genuine happiness. Aduke watched from the shadows. Her jealousy deepened. She tried everything to break them apart. She told Tope lies. Ade looks like the kind of men who cheat. Oh. Just be careful. You know I'm your friend. I don't want anything to happen to you. You have been through so much heartbreak. I want this one to be real, but seriously, it look like someone who cheats. Be very careful, she said to Tope. Then, she will also whisper to Ade, be careful of Tope. Oh. She had been with so many men, for leaking from one man to another. Like she have big men, like big politician that she do sell her body to that gives her money. But all what she tried, nothing worked. Ade loved Tope in a way no man ever had. Then one fateful evening, Tope returned home with a wide smile, an envelope crushed in her hands. She sat beside Aduke and handed it over. Open it. She beamed in happiness. Aduke's fingers trembled as she unfolded the invitation inside. It was Tope's wedding invitation. Aduke's vision bored with red cut range. She's getting everything I wanted, she whispered within her. She forced a smile. This is wonderful, Tope, she said sweetly. We must celebrate this, oh. Hey, I'm so happy for you, my friend. Finally, you are getting married. Hey, thank God, oh. That night, Aduke danced and laughed with Tope, and the next morning she began poisoning her food. For 5 days, Aduke carefully mixed a slow-acting poison into Tope's meals. On the 6th day, Tope collapsed. By the time they rushed her to the hospital, it was late. Ade cried. Aduke cried. And when Ade was weak with grief, Aduke was there. She was pretending to be his comfort. She whispered lies that Tope would have wanted him to move on. One thing led to another. Ade married her, but he never loved her. Even in his sleep, he still murmured Tope's name. Even in their most intimate moments, his mind was always somewhere else. Aduke tried everything to make him love her. Nothing worked. Desperate, she turned to the dark heart, binding Ade to her with diabolical rituals. But Karma never forgets. For 6 years, she couldn't conceive. Every herbalist, every priest told her the same thing: confess your sin. But Aduke was stubborn. She would rather die than admit what she had done. 9 months later, after her encounter with the chief priest, Aduke gave birth. That night, during her labor, the air in the village grew unbearably cold. Aduke's labor was not like other women. It was brutal and painful. Painful as if something inside her was fighting to stay within. The midwife whispered prayers, their hands trembling as they helped deliver the baby. Then the baby emerged, a girl child. She did not cry. She did not wail. She simply opened her eyes. The moment she took her first breath, a piercing scream erupted from outside. Aduke's only sister, who had been waiting by the door, collapsed, her body moving violently. Within seconds, she was dead, her mouth frozen in a silent scream. The midwife gasped and stumbled backward. She took a life, one whispered. Aduke barely noticed. She was too exhausted, too overwhelmed by the miracle of finally holding her child. As the baby grew, she was named Ewatomilola, meaning my reward of faith. She never laughed. She never cried. She never stumbled as toddlers did. She walked with perfection, as if she has done so before in another life. But strange things began to happen. Every 3 months, Like the ticking of an unseen clock, someone close to the family dies. First was Aduke's sister who died at the hospital immediately Ewa was born. Second was Aduke's mother. Third, Aduke's father. Then Aduke's best friend. They all died mysteriously. The pattern was the same. No wound, no illness, just sudden death. It wasn't long before the villagers began to whisper. One evening, as Aduke sent Ewamilola to the market to buy tomatoes, as the little child walked through the crowded stalls, an old woman bumped into her. A basket of tomatoes poured to the ground, spilling bright red fruit across the dirt. The old woman turned angrily. "You foolish child! Do you know how much this cost?" Ewa looked up at her. Their eyes met. The old woman's face paled instantly. Her anger vanished. Her lips trembled. She dropped to her knees, bowing in fear. "Please, forgive me, I'm sorry," she bowed to Ewa. But by nightfall, the old woman was dead. That is how it always happened. Ewa never spoke threat. She never lifted a hand in anger. She simply looked, and death followed. Aduke tried to deny it, but the truth was now undeniable. Her daughter was cursed. What could be the problem? Is it fate that is catching up with me? She thought to herself one day. What? I have done so many things and escaped. Is this my karma? Her daughter Ewa looked so much like Tokpe. Anytime she looked at her child, she do remember Tokpe. As Aduke sat alone on the cold floor, her hands was shaking, her heart pounding like a drum. She stared at her daughter Ewatomilola. She looked again and again. The child eyes, the smile, the sharp nose. She looked exactly like Tokpe, the same Tokpe she poisoned and buried. No, no, Aduke whispered, standing up. This can't be. This cannot just be a coincidence. This girl looks exactly like Tokpe. What is happening? Immediately, she picked up her wrapper and rushed out of the house. She had to see the chief priest. The shrine was dark and smelled of cold blood and burnt herbs. The chief priest sat leg crossed, his eyes red like fire. As soon as he saw Aduke, he eased. "You again?" he said. "I warned you, but you never listened. Now you are here. Please," Aduke begged, killing and crying. "I'm scared of my own daughter. She doesn't talk like a child. She looked like someone I once knew." The chief priest stared deep into his calabash. Then he looked up sharply. "She is not your child. She is a spirit. A revengeful one as that. The one you killed has returned to punish you. No, please. What can I do? I don't want to die, Chief. I don't want to die. Please help me." He handed her a small black bottle. "Put 3 drops into her food. If she eats it, the spirit will leave." Aduke ran home quickly. She found Ewa fast asleep. She smiled. "Perfect timing," she whispered. She went into the kitchen and made Ewa's favorite meal, yam porridge with fish. As she opened the black bottle to add the drop, she heard something, a slow sound. She turned and froze. Ewa was standing by the kitchen door, staring wildly at her, her eyes unblinking and dark. I'm sorry, Aduke screamed. Suddenly, she dropped to the ground. When Aduke opened her eyes, she found herself in the hospital. Her hands were tied. Nurses whispered in corners, but her ears were filled with just one voice, Ewa's voice, soft, sweet but cold. "You wanted to kill me." Aduke turned her head. Ewa was sitting beside her, leg crossed, eating an apple. No, no, I was scared. "I don't mean to kill you, my child." That night, the torment began. Every time Aduke closed her eyes, she saw Tokpe, burning and screaming. She heard laughter. She felt hands around her neck. The villagers started whispering that Aduke was going mad, but only she could see Ewa's face change at night, her eyes glowing, her shadow moving like smoke. She screamed every night. She pulled her hair and begged to die. One night, she couldn't take it anymore. She began to shout, "Yes, I did it. Oh, I poisoned Tokwe. I wanted her man. I destroyed her life. Please let me rest. Let me rest. Help me. Let me go." The whole villagers rushed to the house. As Adewale was driving back from work, his tie hung loose around his neck. His face tired from the day's stress, but something felt off. People he passed stared at him with strange, pitiful eyes. Some whispered, others looked away as soon as his eyes met theirs. He slowed down, confused. Why are they looking at me like that? He whispered to himself. As he turned into the street, he saw a small crowd gathered in front of his compound. His heart skipped. His stomach turned. Jesus. What happened? He parked his car hurriedly and rushed out of the car. As he pushed through the murmuring crowd, the smell hit him first. A strong, bad odor. Then he saw it. Aduke's lifeless body lay on the ground, partially rotting. Her eyes wide open, flies swarming around her. Her fingers were clawed as if she died screaming. A woman from the crowd touched Adewale's shoulder gently. She confessed before she died. The woman said, trembling, "What? What did she confess?" Adewale's voice broke in shock. She said she killed Tope, your Tope. She poisoned her, and that Ewa was never your child though. She said the child tormented her and made her hear voices, see shadows, and she couldn't sleep until she fell and hit her head. She screamed your name last. Adewale stepped back, hand covering his mouth. His word was spinning. Ewa, Ewa. He shouted, running into the house. The living room was strangely quiet. No cartoons playing, no tiny feet running around. Ewa, he called, his voice filled with panic. He searched the rooms, nothing. Then his eyes caught it, a note, neatly folded and placed on the table. He picked it up, his hands trembling as he read. Adewale, I know this is sudden. I know your heart will break reading this, just the way mine did many years ago. I am sorry I left the way I did. I don't want to. I wasn't ready to die. I had dreams. With you, I wanted to wear that wedding gown and call your name as mine. But death came too early. Too early. Aduke poisoned me. She smiled, danced, and cooked for me. But behind the smiles was jealousy, hate, and wickedness. I don't know my best friend hated me so deeply. I trusted her with everything, even my tears and you. But she wanted what I had. And when she couldn't take it, she killed me. She killed me. You mourned and wept. And then she came to you, wearing my perfume and pretending to be your comfort. But even when you touched her, you still called my name. You never stopped loving me. Adewale, I came back as Ewa. Aduke's daughter was me. Not by chance, not by mistake. I came for justice, for peace. And now it is done. I'm living again. But before I go, you must know this truth. Ewa was never your child. She had gone to see the chief priest. She begged him to tie your soul to hers. Who slept with her and got her pregnant? The child wasn't yours. I'm sorry you were lied to, but you deserve to know the truth. I never stopped loving you. And if love lives after death, then maybe someday you will see me again. Tope. Adewale held the letter in his shaking hands. His eyes moved slowly. Word by word, he didn't want to believe what he was reading. His chest felt heavy. His lips trembled. Tope, no, no, he whispered. Tears poured freely. His leg gave way and he dropped to his knees, holding the letter close to his heart. He looked around the room once again. At Ewa's drawing, her toys, her tiny shoes, still at the corner. It all made sense now. The way Ewa do stare at her, the way he loved her. Oh, it was his Tope. How could he have not noticed the way Ewa looked at him? Ha! He felt so betrayed, Now Ewa was gone, Tope was gone. All along they were the same. His own Tope. Why didn't you tell me sooner? He cried into silence. Why do I have to lose you twice? He remembered her laugh, her dancing high, how she would pinch his cheek and run away, how she dreamed of becoming his wife, all the wedding preparations, the love they shared. Memory came flashing back. He got up, eyes swollen, and walked out of the house. This was never fate, it was karma, and karma had come through a child. The next morning, Adewale stood in front of Tope's grave. His hand shook as he touched the marble surface. The sun was rising slowly behind him. I got your letter, he said. I failed you. I couldn't protect you. He knelt before her grave and dropped a single white rose. You were right. You never stopped loving me, even in death. But I want you to know. He pressed his hand on his chest. I never stopped loving you either. He broke down again, crying like a baby. Minutes passed. The wind blew softly. He got up, eyes full of tears, but also peace. He turned to leave, but just as he walked away, he heard a soft, familiar giggle behind him. Slowly, he turned around. No one was there, but a white butterfly flew past him and landed gently on Tope's grave. He smiled through his tears. Rest now, my love. I will carry your memory forever. Envy destroys, and every evil has a price. Karma never forgets. It may be delayed, but eventually it will catch up with the culprit. And not everyone who smiles at you is truly your friends. Learn to keep some certain things to yourself and always learn to watch your back. See you in my next video. Bye.